Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Gaming Center After Dark. What we're doing today is a deck tech. This is a standard deck I played last Friday at FNM. It's Esper Planeswalkers is what I like to call it. I don't know if it necessarily has a correct name, but that's just what I like to call it, because if anybody who knows me, they know I love Planeswalkers. So the deck is 2 Hingegate Pathways, 4 Clearwater Pathways, for anybody that doesn't know what the card does, 3 Bright Climb Pathways. It's the white-black one. Comes with one of each basic for the Esper theme: Island, Plains, and Swamp. It's going to come with a full set of Shattered Sanctums. Comes with 3 of the Deserted Beach, 3 of the Shipwreck Marsh, 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 1 Takanuma Abandoned Mire, and 1 Aganjo Seat of the Empire. I know the lands are kind of crazy, not a lot of 4 elves, but that's the way I roll. It has 2 Check for Traps, full playset for Vanishing Verse. It's a great card. 2 Infernal Grasp, 2 Reckoner Bankbusters, 2 of the most expensive card, Meat Hook Massacre. I don't know why that card's $70, but it is. 2 of the Celestis, great card. It runs 3 Memory Deluge, one of my favorite cards in Standard right now. And then it runs 1 Legion Angel in the main, but the other 3 on the side, because that card lets you fetch for them out of the sideboard. 3 Doom Scars, 1 Farewell, and now the Planeswalkers. 3 Kato Shizuki, 1 Teferi Who Slows the Sunset. I'm trying to fit more than 1 in my deck. I haven't been able to fit more than 1, but I'm working on it. I really like the card. 2 Sorin the Mirthless, 3 The Wandering Emperor. This card's been excellent. I need to probably try to find a way to fit a 4th one in there too. 3 of Lolth the Spider Queen. And my 61st card, because everyone knows I like to play 61, is a Professor Onyx, Liliana. She's been great. Sideboard is 4 Portable Holes, 2 more Check for Traps, 2 Go Blanks, the other 3 Legion Angels, 2 Soul Shatters, great card. Hero's Downfall, the uncommon, the rare, the deck downgraded to an uncommon, and another for Farewell. So overall, the deck's pretty solid. I really liked playing it. Takes a long time to win, because it's a lot of more reactive cards than proactive cards, and your Planeswalkers don't like win the game on the spot. You know, they'll win if they stay out there a few turns, but so it takes a long time to win, so you really need to make sure you win game 1. Round 1, I played against Palmer, who was on mono green. I beat him game 1. It was a pretty quick one. I board wiped him. He overextended into a board wiped him. Then he couldn't come back. Game 2, he ended up getting me with, he had a man land called Lair of the Hydra. And that just survives a board wipe, unfortunately. So he was able to finish me off with that. And then game 3, I got him. Again, I had a couple board wipes. And just was able to get him there. So I won that one, 1-0. Then I played Bryce Humphrey. He was playing Selesnya Ramp. We had a really long game 1, which I ended up getting there. I finally was able to destroy. He had like a Wanderer out there for 10 turns, and was finally able to get rid of that. Then I was able to stabilize, won that one. And then I don't think we ever finished game 2 because it went pretty long. I think I was a little ahead, but I don't think we got to finish it. Then I played Jerry Fromling, round 3. He was playing Is It Dragons. He's been playing that for quite a while, so he pretty much knows the ins and outs of that deck. So we had like a 32-minute game 1, which I ended up getting there. He probably should have scooped a little bit earlier, but I mean, it's hard to scoop when you have, 2 Goldspan Dragons in your hand, and, it took me a while to get rid of those and get rid of all the treasures and stuff like that, but I was able to stabilize, and then we were never able to finish game 2, so I won that one 1-0 again, so that put me to 3-0, and then I played Matt Pro in the last round finals, and then he was playing Esper Control. It had a lot of the same cards I had in my deck, but he definitely had like the wedding announcements, and he had some more man lands than me, and then he was running the Angels, like the Amiria double-sided land that puts 4/4 Angels into play. He was trying to win that way. We had also a really long game 1. I think at the end of game 1, we each had like 15 plus lands on the battlefield. So I won that, and then game 2 we weren't able to finish. But all you gotta do is win 1 if you never finish game 2. So I ended up winning. It's pretty good. I really liked Check for Traps. It was a card that isn't on a lot of people's radar. But I'm really a fan of it. I probably need to try to find a way to have more in my deck, but it basically says it's like a Duress or a Thoughtseize, except for if you take an instant or a card with flash, I don't lose any life. If I take any other card that isn't a land, I lose a life, but the card's exiled, so I really like that card. I mean, obviously I would rather play Thoughtseize, but that's not in the format, so I can't play it. And then Bankbuster, Reckoner Bankbuster. That card was excellent. I never felt bad casting on turn 2, and not saving a removal or something, and pretty much it just draws you 3 cards over the next couple turns, or you might have to skip a turn if you have to do something, and then it's the gift that keeps on giving. It puts a dude in that can crew it, gives you a treasure token, so it mana ramps you a little bit. It survives board wipes, so it's definitely a card that I was really impressed with. And Memory Deluge. I know a lot of these Esper decks don't run Memory Deluge, but I do. It's just I just like the card a lot. It probably could be something different, but I don't mind it. It digs me out of a lot of holes. It's a card later I can cast if I don't have to do anything with my mana, for the flashback cost. So it's just really good card advantage. This deck has a lot of card advantage in it. Farewell was really great. I probably should try to find a way to get 2 in my deck. If it wasn't 6 mana, there would probably already be 2 in there for sure. But it's just getting rid of enchantments and artifacts and creatures, and getting rid of graveyards too is relevant a lot. with flashback and other cards. And then like the cards on the sideboard, what was really impressive there? I mean, Hero's Downfall. I brought that in almost every matchup. Just another way to remove something, and everyone's running, you know, creatures and planeswalkers for the most part in almost every deck. I'm surprised not a lot of people are playing that anymore. And Go Blank. I'm a pretty big fan of that. I wish it only cost 2, but I understand why it's got to cost more. I wish it was an instant at 3 instead of a sorcery, but I guess we can't have everything we want. But it was pretty relevant. I don't think I ever brought Portable Hole in any of the matchups. I didn't play like against really aggro. I didn't even bring it in against mono green because most of the early stuff that I want a Portable Hole I don't necessarily care about. Maybe Werewolf Pack Leader. Maybe I should have brought in a couple, but I just brought in like Hero's Downfall and Soul Shatter and an extra Farewell. But overall, the deck was it was really solid. I didn't. The mana was good. I didn't really ever have a problem having double of any color. It ran pretty good. I think I only had a mulligan one time in the 4 rounds we played. Probably should have mulliganed another time, but I'm pretty aggressive. I always think that, hey, I'm running 26 lands, so the odds of me drawing a land is pretty good. So I normally play the percentage game, but I'd probably have a few more wins if I mulliganed some weaker 7s for a strong 6. But anyways, so it was good. Piloted it to a 4-0 finish. Next week is Pioneer, so I don't know what I'm going to play yet, but I'm going to try to keep these up if I have enough time to always do like a weekly recap of what I play or how good I do. Let people know, you know, what I'm playing, what's working well up here in the meta, things like that. But anyways, thanks for watching. See ya.